que lo tomen como mensaje, como lucha en cualquier circunstancia que se presente. Me gritaron negra. Tenía 7 años apenas 7 años. ¿Qué 7 años? No llegaba a 5 siquiera. De pronto, unas voces en la calle me gritaron: negra, negra. ¿Soy acaso negra?, me dije. ¿Y qué cosa es ser negra? Yo no sabía la triste verdad que aquello escondía. Y me sentí negra, como ellos decían, y retrocedí como ellos querían. Yo odié mis cabellos, mis labios gruesos, mi vida apenada, mi carne tostada, y retrocedí. Y pasaba el tiempo, siempre amargada. Seguía llevando a mi espalda mi pesada carga. Y como pesaba, me lacié el cabello, me empolvé la cara, pero en mis entrañas siempre, siempre recordaba aquella palabra: hasta que un día que retrocedía y que iba a caer. ¿Y qué? ¿Y qué? Sí, soy negra. Negra soy. Y desde hoy en adelante no quiero laciar mi cabello. Voy a reírme de aquello que por evitarnos, según ellos, que por evitarnos algún sinsabor, llaman a los negros gente de color. ¿Y de qué color? ¡Qué lindo suena! ¿Y qué ritmo tiene? Al fin comprendí. Al fin ya no retrocedo. Al fin yo avanzo segura. Al fin avanzo y espero. Y bendigo al cielo, porque quiso Dios que el negro azabache fuese mi color. Y ya comprendí, al fin ya tengo la llave negra.
about to talk to our young people today, Mr. Alfonso Cayetano, and I want to read a bit about his biography to you. Mr. Alfonso Cayetano was born in Belize, Central America, migrated to New York City in 1984. Shortly after he resigned from priesthood, he came to live in this big city. He holds a BA degree from Cardinal Glenn College in St. Louis, Missouri, and master's degree in divinity from Kennewick University. He was a Roman Catholic Church for 4 years. He was the superintendent of 24 schools in Belize. He has taught grade school and high school for 24 years. Mr. Cayetano currently is a social worker and a program director for Ridham Foundation Incorporated, located in Central Harlem. He has been working for that nonprofit organization for the past 9 years. He's also a counselor, a poet, and a community organizer. So he does work with our young people every single day. Please give a hand for Mr. Cayetano. Alfonso Cayetano, please.
Você na longo égua. Recebe what? Ne do henyo. Você tem mayang ha hon lida garifuna. Pero mama su warang ya agamba hamoti. So na yana go by home lida le hagamo by English. So fair do man. Children, I would like to begin with a story. The story speaks about the farmer and the eagle. The farmer found a big egg in the woods, and he brought it home to be hatched by a hen. So this farmer said, "We'll see what will happen here." So the time came, and the hen was sitting on top of this big egg. After several days, several weeks, this big egg was hatched. And lo and behold, because this particular egg was hatched among chicken, this eagle began to act exactly like a chicken. Did everything like a chicken, ate like a chicken, everything else. Later on, another farmer came by and saw this big hen. And he told this eagle, "Guess what? You're not a hen, you're not a chicken, you're an eagle. You have to learn to fly. You have to learn to soar your wings." However, this little eagle could not do that because she had been conditioned to be a chicken. So what happened? The farmer decided to take this big eagle on top of a mountain and said, "Come on, fly from here. Go down, take your place, enjoy flying." The first time, the farmer was not successful. The second time, the farmer was not successful either. Finally, one day, the farmer told this eagle, look at the rising sun. Look at it. Flap your wings. Move on. Finally, the eagle flew. Since then, the farmer has stopped seeing the eagle. Ladies and gentlemen, this story has a lot of meaning to each one of us here. Because where we are living, our lives have been conditioned to whatever we see around us. Television, the rap dance, reggae dance, whatever it can be. To the point that we have lost our own identity. So many a times we have been just like that eagle, but trained like a chicken. So today I would like us to wake up. Look at what is keeping us back. The greatest enemy of education. The moment you don't know yourself, it becomes very difficult to educate you. Because how can I say you are this, you are this, you are this, when you are not? Because we do not know ourselves, we copy, we mimic, and pick up the ugliest things about other cultures. We easily bow to peer pressures. We become victims of jail, drugs, alcoholism, and worst of all, AIDS. We fail to develop ourselves. My brothers and sisters, what is education? It is the training by which people learn to develop and use their mental, moral, and physical powers. We need to do that every day to train ourselves. Opportunities are knocking at our doors. I'll be honest with you. Every year, I end up hiring 5 to 6 students going to college. And we have a lot of things going in our favor. When they come to my office, I ask them, what is your name? So they have a Garifuna sounding name, which I'm aware of. Then later on I ask them, can you speak Garifuna? Because part of my interview is carried in Garifuna. Wagaya met Garifuna relay, how about you know? But it's extremely important that we maintain our identity. Doors are opening, but we have to prepare ourselves. We have to be ready. Today, I look and salute people like Miss Amaya, Mrs. Mary Castillo, and all those who are accomplished here. Opportunities are coming. Those ladies, mothers, leaders are ready. We wish the same to everyone here. Ladies and gentlemen, let us not follow the children who say school is boring. Let me go to 42nd Street, let me go and hang out, leaving my work behind. That will come to haunt us sooner or later. And an education lost when you were young, it's very hard to catch up with. very hard. So I beg you, I urge you, I plead to you, go to school, do your work, and then enjoy it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cayetano. Another round of applause for Mr. Alfonso Cayetano. Very positive message. I'd like to tell our audience, we have a very special, Garifuna people are advancing, however, even though we kind of feel that we're losing our youth, but I feel that we're also advancing at the same time. One of the things that I want to ask our youth, please do not forget who you are. Very important. In Channel 69, it's a cable television program, and I hope everybody from now on will get cable. We have a Garifuna producer, and his name is Murphy Valentine. Where are you? A round of applause for this Garifuna who's producing the show. Behind the cameras of this show that you see in Channel 69 is Cesar Arzu. This is the man who does all the work. Strong Garifuna who continue to strive and to struggle and to work hard and bring positive messages into our home. The program is in the air on Wednesdays, Fridays at 9 o'clock, and then Monday, they added another day because our program is becoming much and more famous. 7 o'clock on Mondays, right, Cesar? 7 o'clock Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays at 9 o'clock. Please watch Channel 69, a lot of positive Garifuna messages. 9 o'clock Wednesday and Friday, BronxNet. But I understand also some people in Brooklyn get this channel. Okay. Please watch this channel. We have a lot of messages to bring to your home. If you have anything that you need the Garifuna population in New York City to know, bring it to the program. Talk to Murphy, talk to me. I co-host also. Thank you. Sac Wanderadi, la blogger, wala dando nef, la canal 69, aria como el programa le lendi la dando 7 gonyo. Aria como canal Uruguay nef. Sac Wanderadi, blogger, wala dando nef gonyo, lendi la dando 7 aria como ai gen helu bay programa bu siente lu hasabu de lo watu henyo. Baru me Lu Murphy Valentine o Lu Cesar o Wahmano. Ni número Urua Sede Vide Sisi Nikata Sisiaba.
Bueno, vamos a seguir con nuestro programa. En un minuto viene Buenishigu, pero quiero recordar a nuestra juventud de lo que decía Martín Lutero. Martín Luther decía que había soñado que los negros comerán con los blancos en una sola mesa. Ahora, ¿cómo queremos comer con el blanco en una sola mesa? ¿Siendo rebeldes? ¿Haciendo daño a la propiedad ajena? Para comer con el blanco en la misma mesa, tenemos que ser profesionales para comer con ellos, porque hay asociación de todos los ramos, asociación de médicos, asociación de profesores, asociación de todo. Es decir, que si sos médico, pues por supuesto el chino tiene que aceptarte porque está en el mismo gremio. Es decir, que si queremos comer con el blanco en la misma mesa, preparémonos, no hay otro camino. Buenishigu viene nuevamente con una de nuestras culturas más tradicional, de un hombre que está un poquito enfermo, pero que si no puede, ¿no? Es decir que en otro lenguaje me parece que le dicen garífuna, buen garífuna, tal vez flúa el señor ese, posiblemente. Con ustedes, Guanichibu.
And he's a temuna morisi no. To budurut. He's a tomato no. Pero huele que once serena hay la wadu henyo bueno giber mona cemento singi puiti tisunle perché lo benare buga mapule de wome wanechi. Mapule de wome wanasi. Huele na buara luma nati o namule bonago ha Santo Garcia, Dia bien santo que sea lo representarla en el cónsul hondureño. Se puede muy sacar y la cónsul hondureño bueno. Bueno, y uno muy guapo loco. Itu la timbre bajo un fiu de morel lona ha waduhe cónsul Velázquez. Serena. Amo bela tiene que lo mala le ni hemos se gripe lo hago pero no me apo un hijo lo hago.
Sí, buenas noches. Disculpe, pues, estoy un poco enfermo, estoy un poco afónico, pero estoy con ustedes cuerpo y alma. En nombre del señor cónsul, el ingeniero José Antonio Velázquez y el niño propio, le traigo un mensaje de unión, un mensaje de fuerza a la juventud carífuna. Un momento, decir no a la droga, no al alcohol, no a las armas. El señor cónsul es consciente de eso. La comunidad carífuna es consciente de que la violencia ha llevado lutos a nuestras casas. Quiero manifestarles de que hoy, en hora de la mañana, recibí una noticia que me conmovió muchísimo. Un compañero mío en estudio en Trujillo está grave en Boston. Está grave porque está con el mal del siglo, el SIDA. Juventud divina y tesora, no a esas enfermedades fatales. En la oficina tenemos las puertas abiertas a toda la comunidad, pero queremos dar un llamado de atención a la juventud, que se hagan presentes y que hagan el cambio. El cambio se logra a través de la preparación. Solo sí podemos cambiarnos, cambiar nuestra familia y cambiar el mundo, preparándonos. Gracias, mil gracias.
¿Cómo haré para que mis hijos lleguen a ser sabios? Hay que criarlo con la amonestación del Señor. Eso es lo que nos ha... Ya no hay en el ser humano. Ya no hay religión. Ya no creemos en nada. Y si no creemos en eso, señores, como decía la compañera, respeto todo esto, pues no sé dónde vamos a llegar. Pero por mientras, en realidad, digan no a las drogas, jovencito. Gracias. Con nosotros viene Ubu para que ustedes disfruten un poquitito por mientras que regresamos. No le voy a decir el comercial porque la casa no quiso financiar ese comercial, pero viene Ubu por ahorita.
Para los que quieren en el momento de descanso.
Karina Buwala digo, Tarahu Mehago. Karina Buwala digo, Tarahu Mehago. Ariha Pe, Samunago Yanuma, Mbarila. Karina go, Ariha Pe, Samunago Yanuma, Barila, Were Pumba, Wakia Karina go, Vienda la, Vienda la, Vienda la, Vienda la, Samunago. Ha venido la pista. Robot. calientes subieron. Dala, shulala, dala, shulala, dala, shulala, Shakiti, ritmo, ritmo, sabor y potencia. El grupo musical está en la supo. Bueno, a las tres que subieron acá al escenario.
And everybody better join in the song. And everybody come join in the song. Join in the song. I want you